Hey guys and girls, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a part 2 of how to make your Google Slides more aesthetic. So last time I did something like this. I did a how to make your Google Slides more aesthetic, and that was the original one. If you guys haven't checked that out yet, then make sure you do that because I also included some pretty good tips in there too. I have a little template right here. So it's basically just like what you would see when you're doing a school project or something. So in this case, I would be in agriculture. I have the name, I have a picture, and I have my name by who it's by. I'll go through how to make this look better or improve on it because this one is pretty generic and doesn't have that much editing into it. But today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make it aesthetic. So the first thing we might need to work on is the color base. So I mentioned this in my last video, but Colors is a really good website to use. So in terms of color base, I really like to use this website called colors.co, and I would not really recommend doing colors with one O because it will lead you to the wrong website. But yeah. So you might be thinking, how does this work? So basically you're going to click start the generator and you can explore different colors, but that's just another way you can do it. But if you guys are kind of thinking of doing a specific color, then you can easily go to explore. And since this is agriculture, I will be going for more of a tropical or light and airy vibe. And say that I really like this color, this one. So I would basically just click on it, and then it automatically copies for you. So that way, now I have my first color base, which would be the background. So I'm basically going to the background, and then you're going to click on that little dot and click custom and insert your color there. So now that is my background. Now what I usually do is I basically look at the elements. So here I have a pretty dark picture. It's used with dark colors, and then I have a light background. So usually when I have a light background, I like to indicate a darker font, and if I have a dark background, then it would be the other way around for the font. I'm going to go to colors again, and I'm going to pick a darker font because I do have a lighter background at the moment. So I'm actually just going to use this color over here since it's darker. I can just take this word, and then I'll just paste in that color again. So now I have another color to go by, and I'm pretty sure it saves in the custom row, so it would do the same for your name. Now I want to talk about spacing. So spacing is really important when you're trying to do a presentation, and as you can see, the spacing in this isn't very good. You could see that this right here is not spaced with the font at all. So wherever you are, I just want you guys to make sure that you're doing this because a lot of times Google moves the text box and not the word. So if you have this little word here, make sure it's like kind of as close as possible to the word. Don't make it like the text box go like that, because that means that whenever you're trying to center something, it's going to center the text box, not the actual text. So make sure you have that as close as possible, and remember, if you do it too close, it will do that. So just make sure you're trying your best to make it as close to the word as possible. Same goes for any other elements you're using, so just like that. Now let's space it. So I really like to do this, so I basically put these to the side and I center my image. So adding several images is really good, but if your teacher only asks for one or says not to add more than one, then just put one there and then have your text be there so it's all centered, nice and even, and it's also appealing to every single element here. If you guys are wanting more images, here's what you can do. So since I don't have any specific images to use, I'm just going to the automatic Google search, and I'm just going to insert some pictures here. So I'm going to insert 2 more pictures. I wasn't able to create one of them, so I'm gonna have to pick another one. But usually I like to make it so that it kind of like shows a gallery view. So here's one, and it's to the side. And let me go ahead and insert one more. You're going to place that over the other one and make sure it's kind of about the same. So just make it a little bit identical to the other one, and you can just put it on the opposite side. So everything is very balanced. Now I'm going to talk about some of the fonts that you can use and some of the tricks. So here I have agriculture. I want to make it a different font, so all I have to do is highlight it and put a new font. I'm sure a lot of people know that already. But if you guys are choosing a font, you might need to edit the text box a little bit because it will change the size of your font. So just a heads up on that. And you can do that same font for your name if you'd like. Here I'm just gonna put that right there. And now I'm going to talk about some things that you can do to your font. So if you guys watched my last video, I did this little trick where you can edit your font, and I did it with a whole entire box. So today I'm going to actually be doing it a little bit more different. Just to let you know, you have to click on anything on your Google slide before doing this. Whether it's your font or a picture, just click on a picture or something if you want to do this. But you're going to go to format first, and then you're going to go to format options. You're going to see something like this on the right side of your page, and you're going to basically see all of these options, and I'll show you how this looks like in the full page. So basically I'm going to pick something, or the word agriculture. You can click drop shadow, and once you do that, it will kind of look like a sticker. And if you actually do something like white, it'll look really, I guess, it looks kind of like optical illusion, something, I don't know. I have no idea. But that's basically your shadow. And sometimes I like to do this when I'm doing a presentation and I want to add something more to it. But this is your shadow, so it's obviously going to be blurry. So you want to put the blur radius all the way to 0 so that your drop shadow is a bit more transparent. And you want to do a little bit of distance and a little bit of angle so that you have something like that. And it's really cool. I really like to use this, and last time I did it with an entire box, but if you guys are doing something with pictures, I recommend doing it with the font. If you guys want to change the color of the shadow, all you have to do is click this, and you can choose from all these colors. And I can do the same thing with my little name here. Click drop shadow, put the blur radius down, put the distance a little bit, mess with the angles, just to make it a bit personalized and all that. And you can also change the color. So there. In terms of finishing touches, you can make your boxes a little bit smaller for this, but I usually like to do this by making them smaller, and then I basically go to this shape option, and there are a couple of things that you can choose here. I really like to use this corner piece thing, and you can basically use it at the corner of your images to make it a little bit more elegant and kind of make it look more professional. So you can put this on both sides, depending on what you want to do. If you guys want to focus on a specific picture, then this is what you should do because it kind of draws your eye into the middle picture. But yeah, you can just basically put that over there. If you guys don't want the black border, you can just put transparent and then put whatever color you're trying to indicate. So this kind of thing, I would do my font color, but you can do whatever kind of color you want. And yeah, that's what it kind of looks like. And now for the actual, I guess you could say, other slides. I'm gonna make this pretty quick, but it's actually really simple. All I would do is do a alternate color. So I would do my font color for the actual other slides. So I would just go to background and then custom and that color that I used. And then I would make a text box, and I can just put a fill color in there just so I know where it is, and then do a bigger text box. And now that I have that, you're going to go to insert, and just so you know, I'm making this very quick because I mentioned in my last video, but you're going to go to format options again, make sure you're clicking on something before doing that. Format options, drop shadow. If you guys want to make a more sticker look, then you can just click that and you'll be done. But I'm going to do a slider, darker color, because I'm still doing that original light color for the actual fill color of my box. But you know, do the angles, whichever way you want it to be, the distance, and then so I just have a normal box. I have no idea what's happening, so just imagine this box, but you know, bigger. You're going to click drop shadow, the color that you want your drop shadow to be, the blur radius, the distance, the angle, all of that. I'm sorry it looks so weird. I just am having very big trouble with the thing of this, but no, change all of that, the angle, and just imagine that bigger and kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, but just imagine it bigger. And yeah, sorry for the audio on this because I'm doing a voice recording for this part. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. And yeah, see you later.